Let's do Mastery Items Week 8D. Question number 1. Determine the resultant vector by adding these two vectors. Vector A is equal to 3 meters north. Vector B is 4 meters west. All right, so let's get a sketch of the situation. Vector A is 3 meters to the north. So we have 3 meters this way. And then vector B is 4 meters to the west. Oh, that's this way here. Our resultant vector is simply this vector right here. That is our resultant vector. All right, to figure out the size of our resultant vector, we use a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Pythagoras' theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. We have 4 squared plus 3 squared equals c squared. 4 squared is 16. 3 squared is 9. So 25 is equal to c squared. So c has to equal 5. 5 meters is our resultant vector. You should be able to tell that is a 3, 4, 5 right triangle. Then we need to figure out this angle right here, angle theta. Angle theta right in there. To do that, we're going to use one of our trigonometric functions, sine, cosine, or tangent. Now, I'm going to use this side and this 3 meters right here, which is that side. So those are our opposite and our adjacent sides. This is our adjacent side. All right, our trig function that has opposite and adjacent is tangent. So I'm going to use tangent. Tangent of an angle is equal to the opposite side over the adjacent side. So tangent of our angle is going to be 4 over 3. Now, 4 over 3 is just a number. And I believe it's 1.333333. So tangent for our angle is equal to 1.33, repeating 3. Now to figure out the size of the angle, I do the inverse tangent function on this number. So I second function 10, I get 53 degrees. So this angle right here is equal to 53 degrees. So finally, to write out our answer, our resultant vector is equal to 5 meters in the direction of north, 53 degrees east. All right, question number 2. Factor the following polynomials. Again, let's take a look. There's a difference in the middle, that's subtraction, and there are 2 squares at the ends. Square there, perfect square there. These are difference of squares. So to factor them, we're going to get 2 binomials. The first one will be plus, the second one will be minus. Our first term in these binomials is just the square root of the first term, which will be x. And our second term in each of these binomials will be the square root of our second term, which is 9. So we'll get x plus 9, x minus 9. All right, let's take a look at letter B. Again, difference of squares. So we put out our 2 binomials, plus minus. X will be our first term. 4 will be our second term, because x is the square root of x, and 4 is the square root of 16. Again, difference of 2 squares. So we put out our 2 binomials, plus and minus. The square root of 9x squared is 3x. The square root of y squared is y. So it'll be 3x plus y, 3x minus y. The last one, x to the 6th power minus 36. Again, difference, that is a perfect square. Any variable to an even power is a perfect square. And that is a perfect square. So 2 binomials plus minus. The square root of x to the 6th is x cubed. We divide the power by 2. So we have x cubed plus 6, x cubed minus 6. All right, question number 3. Simplify the following square roots. Again, make sure when you're doing this type of a question you have a good knowledge of your perfect squares. All right, now we check to see, can I divide 50 by any perfect square? And I always want to use the largest perfect square that I can. And I can divide it by 25. So I write this as the square root of 25 times 2. Then I break those two things apart, the square root of 25 times the square root of 2. And I'm going to get 5 times the square root of 2. So the square root of 50 is equal to 5 times the square root of 2. This is in simplest form. All right, let's do letter B. 75, again, can be divided by 25, so it's the square root of 25 times 3, which is equal to the square root of 25 times the square root of 3, which is equal to 5 times the square root of 3. Again, that is simplest form. The square root of 100. Oh, you should notice 100 is a perfect square. So the square root of 100 is just a whole number. It's just 10. That's done. The square root of 125. Well, we can divide that by 25. The square root of 25 times 5. Then we break it apart to be the square root of 25 times the square root of 5. And we get 5 times the square root of 5. All right, so if you have any questions on any of these, please put them in the comments below or contact me. And thank you for watching.